You heard everybody heard about the Cardi B thing. The Cardi B, the lawsuit, federal lawsuit, and there was like the blogger, and I didn't think another because all I heard was blogger, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the girl Tasha K, like I slick knew her. Like I didn't know.
She's still married.
Yeah,
Cardi
she
B.
is. Oh, Cardi B.
Yeah.
Oh, as far as I know, yeah.
She married to one of the Migos.
Offset. I think it's Offset.
My nigga.
Yeah, it's Offset.
But
yeah. It's Offset.
Hey.
So,
That's true. Okay.
but so this is what I heard about this thing with Tasha K, because what's crazy about her is I first got on her probably close to 6 or 7 months ago, and she was real big on that stuff back in the day. Remember the stuff with Derek Jackson, that dude and stuff? And so she was like a gossip, type of blogger. And
gossip queen type situation.
Right. And so, honestly, and I looked at her sometimes on YouTube, and I was just like, dang, she can talk greasy like that to all these, about all these celebrities she got on the TI and Tiny stuff when they're talking about their bedroom stuff and, all the allegations. And she had other people giving her information and stuff. And so me thinking, I'm like, nobody ain't sued her or nothing like this was just me thinking months ago. Yeah. And so when this stuff happened, I was like, I see, kind of what happened, because from the reports, this is from what I heard, Tasha K was talking about, Cardi B at the time had herpes, using some type of sex toys or doing something like that to an extent. And so to me, I think that's going a little bit too much. Like,
well, I think the issue was she presented it as a fact.
Yeah. Yes.
And so like a lot of the stuff when we say we give citations, we will actually give you articles or we will quote what people have said. Right. We'll tell you where we got it from. We present that stuff as fact. But just how like what I talked about, like I said, I think Kanye's a genius. Some people may disagree with that. That's your opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I would not touch AB with a long handled spoon, but that's just my opinion. Like you said, you think some people are going to gravitate towards him.
Yeah.
We're not saying that these are bona fide facts. These are opinions. And we said this at the very beginning when we started doing this podcast. It's an old saying. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. And mine don't smell better than yours.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. I think the issue was she presented this stuff as a fact. And then I don't know if you saw it, but she actually had put out a cease and desist order. And so basically she gave her opportunity to stop.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why
she didn't want to take the stuff down.
Right.
She didn't want to take
the stuff down. So she had opportunity to say, okay, I ain't going to touch it no more, but I said what I said, but I'm done. And that would have been that on that.
Yeah. She didn't want to take the stuff down. And so to me, this is the price of when you kind of get big, just like when we talk about certain people or whatever like that, like at this point, ain't nobody checking for us like that. But let's say later this year on down the line or something like that, our name on the pod get bigger. And so if we talking about Brandon Marshall, we saying like, bro, like da-da-da-da-da. And so now they can be like, hey man, you defaming my character or doing something like that. But like, bro, we talked about you in season 1, but nobody wasn't checking for us or even, on it like that. I think Tasha K done got to a point now where she got over 1 million subscribers now, to where now Cardi B had to pay attention to everything else that she was saying about her.
When you're a public figure, it's almost like certain music that's public domain and you can play it or sample it and can't nobody sue you for it. When you're a public figure, because you have put yourself out there, so like with us, if we blew up, people could speak on us.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We're public figures. But now if you start saying stuff like, oh, I saw JB messing with some little kids, or I saw Roche stealing this stuff, and you're presenting that as a fact, now you're defaming me. They can say we're whack all day long.
Right.
And we can get mad about it. We can get in our feelings, but we're public figures. That's their opinion. But now if they start presenting it as a fact, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, JB don't pay his taxes, or oh, Roche be doing this, or Crown be doing that. Now they're defaming us because you're presenting it as fact. And then so like what Cardi did, we put out a cease and desist order. Now, they wouldn't have to necessarily stop talking about us, but the stuff you're saying, you can't keep saying. And that was the thing, like you said, with the herpes stuff, and there was some other things too, not just the sex toys. So like she was going in, but it was being presented as it was factual, And so to your point about her having all these followers, you have a certain level of credibility to the people who support you, and so and again, we clearly say that these are our particular views, our opinions, unless we have an article, we have a quote, we have a book that we're referencing. Right. Then you can say, okay, yeah, we're presenting this as a fact. And we clearly say a lot of times, look, this is just me talking, or this is just JB talking, or this is just both of us talking.
Right. Because that's the thing. I think this is the price of when you actually, get a name and you get, some following and stuff on it, because she be going in. Like, I've seen her quite a few times. And she does have, people that, she document her stuff, and she like, because a lot of, reputable news sources actually, cite her. You know what I'm saying? I've seen they cite Tasha K, and you know what I'm saying? So she actually has those sources.
Right. Which means that people see her as credible.
Right. And so, but she be going in, like, I ain't gonna lie, when I saw it was her, I was like, dang, like it did kind of catch up to her, you know what I'm saying? Just because, I think my brother, talking to Tommy, this was a while ago, it was late last year. And he was just, he'd be checking the pod out and stuff. And I don't know who he was talking about.
Shout out to the OG.
Yeah, shout
Tommy Jones.
TJ. So, he was talking about like, yeah, JB, be careful about talking about them celebrities and stuff, on here or something like that. I was like, I said, I don't think we'd be saying too much, whatever like that. But he was just talking about some of this stuff that Tasha K is kind of going through, but you got to be on a certain level for them to even care about what you even saying.
Check out what you right now. Ain't nobody checking for us.
Right.
Keep it presidential.